It was a big win for our team. We felt we were going to see their best shot tonight with just what they've gone through, and we knew they were going to be ready to play, and they were. And I thought we matched their physicality to start, and really just made our players made some big-time winning plays down the stretch. You know, Mark Mitchell, he probably had two of the biggest plays of anybody in our team all year. He had 2 rebounds in traffic that were there was a man rebound, both of them. And they came at a key time. They did a great job crashing the boards. And then he probably had the biggest basket of the game. We got down 5. He had a great drive to cut it to 3. And, Jeremy, down the stretch, what he's done, he's been that guy for us. You know, he didn't have his best stuff tonight and still found a way just to will it in with that basket to go up 3, I think it was. And then just flip, big-time free throws. And really proud of this effort, proud of this win. For us to grind back this later part of the year, our guys have stuck together, continue to fight, continue to believe, and it's shown up with what they've done on the court.
Jon, Flip got off to a slow start, took him out of the game, and then the other biggest got in foul trouble. So just what did you think about the way he overcame that and delivered the way he delivered tonight?
You know, Steve, it was a little bit of a disjointed first half because of the foul trouble. And when Derek's not on the court, like Ryan did a really good job keeping us afloat, but it just changes our team on the defensive end. And Flip, he's been right there. I mean, him and Jeremy have been our 2 best players all year, and so he didn't get off to that start and settle him down and come back in on the road and to have 22 and 13 after that start. It says a lot about who he is, the competitor, and he's a big-time winner. He really helped us. Middle of the second half, we just had a hard time scoring, and they're a really good defensive team. I don't think they get enough credit. The numbers would show it, and who they've been on the defensive end. But for Flip, we just went to him, and he found a way to manufacture points when we needed them the most.
What was the message to Jeremy before that last layup that he had that sort of gave you guys a little bit of breathing room? He said that it was just give him the ball and get out of the way. I'm assuming
that's not exactly what I said. That's it. I know he was, but I did say go get us one. I mean, we have great trust in Jeremy. It doesn't matter what happened, for the, the 35 minutes before. Him and Flip have had a great 2-man game, and I thought, they play in drop coverage, and they kind of make you play in between. They don't let you get to the rim, and you kind of have to hit some of those touch shots and floaters too. And I thought Jeremy wasn't as decisive as he normally is, and that last play, he was decisive, and he's a winner. Game's on the line, and he's going to go, and you trust the ball in his hands.
Miami got the won it against Pittsburgh, so you guys got the double bye going into Greensboro. How much can a win like this give you guys confidence over the next month? What's possible for this team?
Yeah, well, it's regardless of the double bye or not. Of course, we want the double bye, and that's great. I think it's more important what we've done as a team, to your point, and sticking together. And I think the ACC, the lack of credit that we've gotten this year, we've played in this stretch, especially since the last time we played them. We played some really good teams, and I'm proud of what we've done. Our defense has been top 10 in the country. In the month of February, we've been as consistent as anybody in the country down the stretch. And we've been through this enough, or at least I have, just being on staff here, where no matter how you end the year, postseason is different. We need to get refreshed. This was a physical game, and we had to do some things to gut it out. But now we need to refocus, understanding postseason's a different animal. That's one and done time, and there's a lot to learn from this. But the belief is there for us, and that's as important as anything.
What kind of personal satisfaction? What kind of personal satisfaction do you take from this, saying that your teams are work in progress, and then here at the end of the season they're coming together just like I guess you envisioned?
It is, and Mark, I think the biggest thing is that do you wish some of the things that happened earlier in the year, could we have gotten there a little bit sooner? Maybe, but if we didn't go through some of those things, I don't know if we're as tough as we are now. I mean, we were tough. And we made some, we'll see on film and we'll show the guys, but I mentioned the 2 plays with Mark. Flip had a bunch of them. we want to have the togetherness that we do now. And when you go through, I remember going through my freshman year. I remember going through it every year at Duke as a player. And you go through it, parts of it every year. I've been here on staff, and but it makes you tougher. It makes you want it more, and I think that's what it's done for this group.
Can you walk through Lively picking up his third, keeping him in there, then the fourth, and then the calculus of how long you're going to keep him?
Right. It's more of a feel thing, and I've grown up under the Coach K school of playing guys with fouls, and Derek is so important to us. If we didn't have Ryan, we probably would have sent him back in the first half with 2 fouls. But Ryan did a great job keeping us afloat, and I want Derek to get a rhythm. And he's done an amazing job this last stretch of the year of playing without fouling. And so that fourth one, you can't make that play. But even when he did, we were going to get him back. It was just a matter of time. And I thought that 8-minute mark was just a pivotal point where we needed him back in there.
They went up 4 at that point. You called that timeout.
Yeah, you just needed it, and his defense changed it. And he had a few plays down the stretch. He just either altered or blocked, and we're going to go with him.
A little more on the Ryan Young note specifically. I know Armando still had 17, but it seemed like Ryan made enough plays when he needed to make them. What do you think kind of allowed them to do that and still be good enough on defense to make that happen?
Well, they're a great 1-2 punch, because Derek is Derek, and there's nobody like him, and then Ryan is experienced, physical. He always knows what plays they're going to run. He's seen kind of every style of play, playing in the Big Ten for 4 years. And so the two of those guys, the way they complement one another is huge. And so he did a great job. And Ryan started for us many games this year. He's played over 30 minutes in games. So we're really fortunate. We really have 2 starting caliber bigs in the ACC, and that's a luxury, that I definitely appreciate.
As a player, you experienced the inverses of the rivalry, where they won in 09, you guys won in 10. Given how last year ended, to get a season sweep of the season, what does that mean to you personally?
Well, there's just it starts with a lot of respect for them. They're really good, and they've we knew we were going to see the best version of them today, and so to get them today and beat them and to make some of those plays down the stretch, I'm most proud of our defense with how our defense played. We held them like identical scores, 63-57 and now 62-57. But the thing that I love the most in that is the defense. The 26% for them in the second half, and I know it's not exactly your question, but for me, having Mark Mitchell and Derek Lively on the court, they're 2 of the most versatile defenders in the country, and they clean up so much stuff. Mark, he made so many plays on the defensive end. He had a play protecting the rim against Baycott. He's guarding 1 through 5, and that's what I'm proud of. And again, I appreciate the rivalry and what they stand for and the success that they've had. I've lived it. I've played against it, coached against it, and just proud of our guys for stepping up in this moment.
John, you've talked about 63, 57, 62, 57. Those are the lowest combined scores in a while. But you guys have grinded it out. How does it feel? How confident these guys in the locker room that in this rivalry they're able to grind out a win like that?
Yeah, it's kind of what we had to do for most games this year, and there's a lot to learn from. And we've had some games where offense is clicking. Tonight wasn't the case. I think both them and us, our defense has been ahead of our offense. They've been top 3 in our league in defense, the whole ACC season. We've been right there the whole year as well. And it's going to be games like this. I told our team, I think it was great preparation for what we're going to see next week in the ACC tournament. It's going to be great preparation for what you see in the NCAA tournament, where, what do we have? Fast break points, 4. And we held them to 9, which is good. They had 9 in the first half. And that's what it comes down to. Rebound, takeaway, transition, and grind it out. And again, I'm okay not grinding it out too, if we're hitting jumpers better and scoring easier, but that's it's not always going to happen.
Coach, like you mentioned, UNC is a strong rebounding team. Tonight, the offensive rebounds and second chance points were huge for you guys. Even those big rebounds by Mark at the end of the game, like you mentioned. Did you know that rebounding would be a major key to victory tonight?
For us, it's a major key every game, and I don't know if I've been a part of a team here. Maybe my senior year when Zubek was in the lineup, and we just overpowered people. But we've won games from loose balls and rebounds. Like, it's just incredible will, and it's really effort. And Flip had a few of them tonight. I mentioned Mark earlier. Derek had a couple in traffic at the end, which is hard to do when you haven't been in the game. And we've been really if not the best, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. It's a different strength for us, and we'll have to do that the rest of March.
John, is it difficult for a younger team to embrace the grind it out and get a defensive win mentality?
Yeah, they understand it now, and it's a matter of getting there and growing up. And I don't look at these guys as freshmen anymore. They're just I'm proud of them, man. I'm just proud of them for what they've been through. Any noise, anything else, they just hung tough. And in this game, we talked about before the game, just staying the course. We know what the game plan is. We know what we have to do. We're not going to be perfect. And so how do you respond when that happens? I thought that the key time was, I thought it was 5 that we were down and Mark had the layup. I could be wrong. I don't know if anybody knows, but
You're down 4.
we're down 4 and he had the layup.
Yeah.
Cut it to 2, right? And so when he cut it to 2, we called the timeout, got Derek back in. It was just, that was the moment for us. And that was the moment to dig down. And we've been in those situations before. I could mention many games at Clemson, at Virginia Tech, and just learning, hating the feeling of the result of those games, and then doing what's required in order not to feel that way.
If that was